Being the Math Works, we of course have a lot of math geeks running around the building here, so this joke has been making the rounds. An infinite number of mathematicians walk into a bar. The first one orders a beer, second one orders half a beer, the third orders quarter of a beer, and on and on. The bartender says, "You're all idiots," and pours 2 beers. So this is really an infinite series problem, and I wanted to see how it worked out in MATLAB. To make things easier as I do this, I'm just going to start out with n being 5 rather than infinity. And I'm going to say that the denominator is going to be equal to 1 to 5, or 1 to n. And I want that to be 2 raised to the power of 1 to n minus 1, like this. And let's save and run that. And I can see down here my denominators are growing as expected. And so the series is simply going to be 1 dot divide, because I've got a scalar divided by a vector denominator. Let's take a look at how that looks. And looking here at the series, it's coming out as decimals, but it'd be easier to understand if it was formatted as rational numbers. So I'm going to say format rational, and look at series again. And that's exactly what we were seeing out of the joke. Now I want to see, how does this add up? So I'm going to say figure 1, and I'm going to say plot, and I want to do the cumulative sum of series, like that. And I would like to use dots connected by solid lines. Let's run that. And there we are. We can see that's working out. Now let's come back and pump up the number of mathematicians from 5 to 50. And indeed, the bartender was right. That is asymptotically approaching 2. Of course, us geeks can't leave things alone, so same scenario, only this time we've got the third ordering a third of a beer, the fourth ordering a fourth of a beer, and so on. The bartender closes the bar immediately, since they're going to run out of beer eventually. Let's look at that scenario. I'm just going to paste in our old code, and now the denominator is simply going to be n. And let's change that to figure 2, run it. And here we can see that indeed the amount of beer being served is growing without bound. So this just gives you an idea of how quickly you can prototype ideas and change the format of your command window to better deal with the data you're working on. And of course, if you want to bring it back to its regular format, just come down here and say format. And now 1 divided by 2 is again 0.5. Thank you.